underhook, he follows me up, and I have to kind of bail out and use this fist on the hip technique to push him back down. I don't want to put pressure. You guys are doing the right thing and putting pressure down on the chest, but again, I was sprawling here, getting my hips on the floor and driving this way. Okay, but my hips are going to stay underneath or on the same plane as Roberto's body. I don't want my hips to elevate up high. The higher my hips go, you're right, the more pressure I get downwards. But what he's going to do with this hand here is he's going to take this hand and he's going to cut my elbow. So that's going to trap my arm. So if I wanted to swing my arm back in case I get rolled this way, it's stuck. Okay, if he doesn't have it, go let go real quick. I can throw this here at any time, but he's just going to hook my arms. Okay, and if my butt's up here, he's going to use this elbow or this hand on my hip, whichever one he wants, and then he's just going to sweep me this way. Okay. Old school, like Gracie style sweep here. So I can't do this. Okay, and this is gi or no gi. If I control here and I hit this bailout, I'm blocking here, shouldn't be able to do this. If he traps my wrist, forearm, I'm going in for a ride across. Yep, no matter what. No matter how heavy you are, that's coming across. So here I need to sprawl and drive forward. It's going to be almost impossible for him to throw me over because all my weight is here, driving in the same plane this way versus here and then flipping over. So with that concept, we'll kind of work that in a second, but here, the guy gets the underhook, okay? I tried to do the bailout, or I tried to get the underhook, it's not working. The same thing as an underhook is this far lapel grip, okay? So I like to do this grip on a lot of guys that already turn sideways, because when they're up sideways, this is here, I can just get this nice grip. And again, I'm just gonna, same kind of concept here. Okay? And it's the same underhook, but I don't have a free hand. And it's the free important hand. My left hand I can use to kind of control his wrist or control his hips here, to ride up in the knee on belly and mount. So all I'm going to do is he gets the underhook, that's fine. I'm going to open up his gi as fast as I can here and feed it. Okay? And during this feed part, it's kind of dangerous because the higher my arm goes up, yeah, the higher he can throw me off. Okay? So I have to kind of keep that in mind as he starts coming up. And I start feeding this here. Keep your elbow as much as you can downwards, okay, here, and feed it. Versus lifting up high. Okay? So pinch down, feed here, and then shoulder pressure. Okay, now in this position, if he tries to use that underhook, it's going to be pointless. It's almost the same as me crushing the guy with his shoulder pressure. Because this is here. I'm going to try to lift up. Go. Yeah, he's only going to be able to come up to a certain point. So again, I'm slowing down his ability to climb up with me. So if I start riding back up, if he wants to come with me, it's going to be hard. Up to a certain point, then he's going to get blocked. This is when I start making the transition switches to hit chokes, because I'm leaving him in the dust here in this little race to get to this position. So as soon as I start sliding up, he's going to try to follow me, boom, and he's stuck. And even with this overhook, I can get this grip faster than he can sit up, hit that choke. Okay? So we're going to go in this position. He starts sitting up, he's got the underhook, he starts driving into me, lapel open, elbow slightly in, feed it here, and again, same pressure this way. It should feel like a ton of bricks on your jaw. Boom. First one, we're going to do this pressure, and then now we're going to hit this choke. So in this position, after you get this pressure, I'm going to start easing up and start. I have a tight grip, but as I spin around, my left hand is going to block the hip. Okay. I'm going to start moving my legs around, get my head on this side, and just keep spinning. In this position, I'm going to start letting my hand start to slide a little bit looser until I can get comfortable. Okay? So if you notice my hand, it's going to keep sliding down the knot. Don't let go of it though. So I started pretty deep. Okay? And as I go, I'm kind of getting comfortable. My goal is to I'm going thumb down with my hand and almost key locking myself. It's like a key lock position here. I'm putting my right shoulder into his stomach. A lot of weight here. Okay? In this position, the guy 100% of the time is going to come towards me. Okay? It's going to, exactly. It's pretty hard for the guy to roll that way. Go ahead. He's going to choke himself, and it's hard to stop. So I've got this here, and my left elbow is coming up high into his other armpit. As he starts coming up, he's going to give me the space to go underneath his head. And as I go underneath, I'm going to catch the same lapel that I have the grip on, and I'm going to vice my elbow into the left crook of my bicep here. To get the choke. Okay? So again, it's very uncomfortable. I'm here and here. I'm choking this way. The reason I like this one is there's the center. He's got the underhook. Okay. I'm gonna open the lapel. Hopefully by this time the gi's already open, unless you pass his guard in a very polite manner and his gi's not open yet. And here, it's open, and I've got the grip. Got the shoulder pressure again. Again, I keep tight. Number one, I keep tight for the shoulder pressure and the just overall control. But later, the higher I grip, the more slack I have to control. Okay? And it's kind of like one of those things where if I go too low, I can't regain it again. So you have to kind of be smart on that feeling once you get to that choke position. But I start tight, pressure, I block the hip here, and I'm going to start to spin. Okay? As I spin, I'm going to put my head on this side of his hip. Boom. And as I do that, the first grip was palm down here. Okay? And as I start to spin and I'm coming around here, okay, I'm going to go knuckles on the floor and just keep spinning. Turn this way. So I should be here, shoulder on his stomach, and a lot of you guys are putting this wristwatch on the carotid artery. You want the blade, so it's, again, that's why I'm twisting my entire body this way. Okay? Putting pressure with my shoulder, but it also makes it easier for me to get the entire arm across his neck versus if I'm up here. My hand is going to naturally rotate, and that fat part of my hand, wrist, is on his neck. So rotate this way. Okay? So I've got the grip here. And again, I can adjust by letting go a little bit of the slack. If I'm having a hard time, I can slowly let go. Tuck this in so it's in. Blade is on his neck. I'm going to go underneath his head because not only does he want to come up this way because it feels natural, but I'm also kind of pulling him this way. Okay? My right knee is next to his hip so he can't pull his leg in for half guard or closed guard. And now I'm going to go underneath his head. Grab the same lapel that I have. You have to be careful that you don't pull too hard and undo your own grip. Just grab enough to catch. Here. Once I have everything, I'm just going to vice my elbows together. Okay? So again, this blade is coming as much as you can across his arm. Alright? Let's give that shot again. 1, 2, 3. Finish up with this one.